No, but where Terry McLaurin's going, I feel like you can get that wide receiver one upside
Can
at
you?
a wide. Well,
What's up, Fackers? We are back with our Fantasy and Chill 101, counting down the top 101 fantasy football players for the 2020 season. Number 81 on our countdown is wide receiver for the Washington Redskins, Scary Terry McLaurin. He is our 32nd ranked wide receiver. Last year, in his rookie season, he finished as wide receiver number 25. A few of his stats: he had 58 catches for 919 yards and 7 touchdowns. He scored 169.9 fantasy points for an average of 12.1 points per game. All right, so mentioned he was a rookie last year. Kind of came out of nowhere, not a rookie that we really expected to do much on the fantasy front. In fact, when last season started, you probably didn't even know who this guy was. Let's be honest. He,
I didn't.
he was not really on anybody's radar going into the season. And Washington, we know that their receiving cores was just bad, so he kind of had to step up, and he did with Dwayne Haskins. So going into his second year, can he make an even bigger step? It's going to be tough because he put up some decent stats last year. Let's talk about the Redskins have a new coach and a new system. They brought in Riverboat Ron Rivera to try to right that
Uh,
ship. Washington's been bad basically ever since RG3 tore his ACL that one year. They never really been the same.
Hmm.
And then I have a question mark next to QB because I think when I wrote this, they were still maybe talking about adding Cam Newton or a different quarterback. But it seems that they are all in on Dwayne Haskins. Me and Matt were talking a little bit before this. They did trade for Kyle Allen, who is a decent
yeah.
backup. He showed last year he could start. I don't know how well he did last year, but he has some experience in the league. And if somehow by any miracle Alex Smith actually takes the field again, I was telling Matt I watched that special a couple weeks ago that ESPN did, and I just
Oh,
don't
how was
see
that?
it. I mean, it was good. I mean, it's pretty crazy that he almost lost his leg due to infections and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
it's been it's been 2 years since he's played in the league, and I mean he's still walking gingerly. I just don't see any way how you can get back on a football field after that. But he has said that he wants to try to play this year. But it's all Dwayne Haskins there right now.
Yeah. And I mean, Terry McLaurin, he had 93 targets last year. He's going to have more next year, I would assume. Their defense is actually pretty good in Washington, but like you're in a pretty weak division. You play the Cowboys, Giants, and Eagles. Like, I mean, I
I
don't
think.
know. He could go ahead.
Sorry, finish that.
Or I think he can only go up from here. Like that was his rookie season and he balled out. So the dude can separate and he's pretty talented. Number one on a bad team, but still he put up stats last year. So why would he do better this next year?
That's true. And we talked about that he was unknown going into last year. So now being the guy, he'll hopefully do more at the beginning of the season also. He was more of a mid-season, late season type of guy. So hopefully he'll just put up stats right up from the beginning
Well,
this
see,
year.
I wouldn't even see that though. Like last year, his first game at Philly. Now it was Philly, terrible pass defense last year. 5 catches, 125 yards, and a touchdown. That was like his coming out
Yeah, you
party.
want to know
And then
why?
after, go ahead.
You want to know why? He was playing with the
Hmm.
GOAT. He was playing with Case Keenum.
Oh, well, regardless, he came out hot. And I mean, he had a touchdown his first 3 games. He had 5 touchdowns through his first 5 games.
Yeah, that
So,
was all Keenum.
yeah, and I mean, pick him up. Like,
No, but yeah, Keenum was better for him last year. I mean, Haskins started to come on a little bit late. But
mhm.
if you're drafting McLaurin, I feel like you're drafting Dwayne Haskins because we know McLaurin's talented, but really, are we trusting Haskins to get him the ball? He averaged
No,
6.6 targets with him, which is not bad, 62 yards, but it's not the best.
no, but where Terry McLaurin's going, I feel like you can get that wide receiver one upside
Can
at
you?
a wide. Well,
Do
I
you
mean, dude,
do you
Matt, you
think
he
got
had,
to
he had
remember that everybody's at least a wide receiver two for Britt.
for Britt? That's true.
We go
oh,
Okay.
back to our wide receiver tiers.
dude, he had 900 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, but do you honestly think he could finish top 15 this year?
Yes, why not?
Because it's just if you
He's
put
only going
him
to get
on
better.
if you put him on like 20 other teams, I could see it. But with the Redskins, I don't know. I can't picture it. What are you drinking out of?
Yeah, what was that?
Oh shit, I forgot we were alive.
A flamingo. Yeah, you're gonna take fantasy advice from this guy up here.
A flamingo wine glass.
Hey, who said Derrick Henry was gonna be a top 2 running back?
Okay,
You got one
you got one
prediction
right. I will give you this though. Okay, like
Hey,
who?
look, here's my one right here. See when I take this sip? Look at my pinky.
Pinky out. Who's gonna take the ball away from McLaurin? Like they don't have anyone else in Washington, so Haskins has to throw it to someone, and it's most likely gonna be McLaurin. But the problem is it's Haskins throwing to him. Like I don't know. I just don't see it. They did run the ball a shit ton last year. They were like 28th in pass attempts per game. So I imagine that's gonna go down. Are they gonna throw the ball more? I mean, I don't see him
Ron
having a
Rivera
great
likes to
year.
run the ball though, and I imagine this
You
will be a big Darius
you
Geis
say that
year.
he had McCaffrey. That's why he liked to run the ball.
Okay, but even when they had Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams,
Yeah.
they ran the ball a shit
Yeah,
ton.
that's true. Yeah, we'll see if guys can stay healthy though. But I think McLaurin's a solid pick. I just don't see the top 10 upside that Britt sees with every wide receiver that comes on this podcast. So
No. When I say top, I'm not saying like there's like a 30% chance or even 25%. I'm saying there's like a 5 to 10%, but like he's one of the guys who could finish top 10.
okay, fair
Like
enough.
if I told you John Brown for Buffalo, like there's no way he's going to finish top 10. Marvin Jones, Will Fuller, like but once you start getting
Will
up a little
Fuller.
closer, or Julian Edelman, like I really couldn't see him finishing top 10, but like Terry McLaurin, I could see him just getting the touchdowns because he's going to be the only target they have.
Yeah.
Who has more
That's
points
all I'm
next year?
saying.
Who has more points next year, Britt? Terry McLaurin or my boy AJ Brown?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Will Fuller.
I mean, that's a little unfair. AJ Brown is 16, 15 right now ranked. I mean, you're almost doubling that with Terry McLaurin, 27 to 32 range right now.
According to people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, how about like Matt said, Will Fuller or Terry McLaurin?
Oh, Terry McLaurin.
Hmm.
You gonna take that bet, Ryan?
He's played a full season or at least 14 games.
Do we
I
have
don't know if I can't risk a bet on Will Fuller's health. Although I could just do like Britt and every other bet. If he gets hurt, bet canceled.
That's true. Will Fuller's a good guy to stack that on. Okay, here. DJ Shark or Terry McLaurin. I feel like that's a more comparable.
McLaurin. I don't know who the quarterback is in Jacksonville.
I'd
Maybe
rather
got
have DJ
Minshew.
Shark.
Really?
Okay. Really? Okay. DK Metcalf or McLaurin?
Metcalf.
I'll say DK.
I'd probably side there too. Yeah.
Better quarterback.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, I don't think that's you can't disagree with that. The fact that he's a better quarterback, but
okay. Well, Julian Edelman or Terry McLaurin.
Well, I mean, I did these rankings and we've already done Julian Edelman.
I'll take McLaurin.
Well, no, I'm asking Matt. Sorry.
Okay.
McLaurin. Higher upside.
So I think what we're kind of coming to an agreement here is we're all fine with Terry McLaurin and his skill set and his fantasy outlook, and that he can perform well. We're more concerned with his quarterback is Dwayne Haskins, and we just haven't seen enough out of Haskins yet to be able to support a top fantasy wide receiver.
Well, say in the draft you go running back, tight end or some shit for your first 3 rounds. Like I would take a chance on McLaurin in the 4th or 5th round just because he has that upside. I feel like
I'm not taking McLaurin before like the 6th round.
McLaurin as your number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he has that he has that upside of someone that you could get. Like, I don't know, because you're honestly talking about like Christian Kirk, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, Tyler Boyd, Deebo Samuel, around that range. I'd rather have McLaurin over all those guys.
Yeah, me too.
And if you went running back, the top tier receivers aren't going to be there, so you better be reaching for someone.
No, but there's a lot of good receivers, like I say every single time in these videos, that I like this year. Wide receiver very deep this year. Very, very deep.
Very deep.
Very deep, buddy.
No one knows more about receivers than Ryan too.
No one.
Didn't I take What round did I get Godwin in last year?
The 6th.
6th round, wide receiver 2. That's pretty good, huh? And then the year before, when did I get
What's your
Tyreek
point?
Hill?
What are you doing?
Wait, did I get
We're
Tyreek
turning
Hill
this
in the
into a podcast.
Wait, did I get Tyreek Hill in the 4th round?
I don't.
And
I
he
think.
was the number 1
I think
receiver?
Britt's trying to brag about his
Wait,
receivers.
Oh, I'm
draft?
sorry.
Did I draft Lamar Jackson in the 14th round last
But
year?
see,
Me?
Keller, that's where you go off board. We're talking about wide receivers. Thank you.
We're talking about Terry McLaurin.
I did the same thing you just did.
Finish it off.
No,
Let him
we're talking
know.
about wide receivers, jackass.
Oh, sorry. I thought Lamar Jackson was a wide receiver. He's not a quarterback, right?
Look, just because he's black doesn't mean he's a wide
Okay.
receiver, okay?
Well, dang it. All
Okay.
right.
There we go.
If you're wondering why
So
there's a
to
part
wrap
that
it
cut
up
off,
after that,
It's not me, it's Keller. Keller's the
I
one who did
didn't
it.
say
Yeah.
anything. That
He
was all you.
insinuated. No, he
God.
insinuated.
I almost. Never mind. Okay.
let him
Wrap
finish.
it up. Number 81 overall, our 32nd ranked wide receiver. That is Terry McLaurin of the Washington Redskins.
Gary Terry.
We out.
We out.
See you later, Fact Nation.